Our goal in this section is to look at how to divide two polynomial functions. We'll take a look at example 1 rather slowly to outline this process, but then for example 2 and 3 we'll move a little bit more quickly. What we want to do is take our first given polynomial function and divide that, in this case, by x plus 2. To start off, we'll set up something that looks a lot like a long division problem if we were just dealing with dividing two numbers. And then we'll look at trying to divide x plus 2 into this expression. We have two terms that we're trying to divide in, which means we have to look at the first two terms of the expression we're trying to divide into. Specifically, what we want to do is identify a value that we would multiply by x to get it to become 7x cubed. So we want the first term here to match the first term that we're dividing into. In this case, we would want to multiply by 7x squared. What we'll do then is take that quantity 7x squared and distribute it through x plus 2, which will give us 7x cubed plus 14x squared. Just like our process for dividing numbers, we then subtract that result from the results above to obtain negative 21x squared, and then we drop down that next term, which would be plus x. Now we want to look at taking x plus 2 and divide that into this new expression that we've come up with. So we need to identify a value that we could multiply x by to get negative 21x squared. In this case, we would want minus 21x, so that we get minus 21x squared minus 42x. And then again, we're subtracting both of those terms from the row above. So we'll get x, and then this will become plus 42x to give us 43x. And then we'll drop down that next term to give us 43x plus 1. We'll repeat that process one more time. In this case, we'll multiply by positive 43 to get 43x plus 86. And then again, subtract those two rows, which will give us 1 minus 86 or negative 85. This means the result of dividing these two polynomials is 7x squared minus 21x plus 43 with a remainder left over of negative 85. Or alternatively, we could express this as 7x squared minus 21x plus 43, and then minus that remainder over the expression we were originally dividing by. So in this case, that would be minus 85 over x plus 2. Either of these answers works, communicates the same information, just in a different format. As we're going through this long division process, a couple of ideas to keep in mind is that you always have to divide into the number of terms that you have represented outside. So if we had 3 terms out here, we'd have to divide into the first 3 terms. Also, if you're keeping your rows aligned, what you'll see is all of your variable terms lining up together. So in this case, all of our x squared terms are in a line. All of our x terms are in a line, though my line got a little shaky there. And then all of our constants are in line with one another. So that just gives you a way to keep on track and know that you're multiplying by the correct value up here, because we should see those powers of x all lining up with one another.